Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a slightly unusual type of a vid because I'm going to be screen sharing with you and specking up the brand new M240i. Now there's been quite a lot of hot news about the new M240i in that, you know, coupe body shape, 3-litre straight 6, X-Drive, and even if you're looking at a 2 Series coupe, you can get that with rear wheel drive, and I'm quite glad that BMW has stuck to that recipe of rear wheel drive for the new 2 Series. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and spec one up, potentially one that I might be looking at placing an order for if I decide that is the car that I want to go for coming out of my M4. So yeah, I'm going to start screen sharing now, and let me know in the comments what you think of this spec of the M240i. So we're on the BMW website. We're going to build and price up the new M240i. We'll have a quick look at what the car looks like, but headline figures, the pricing of the new 2 Series coupe starts from 34,980. Performance is up to 374 horsepower, and it's going to be available in petrol and diesel form. Obviously the M240i is only going to be in the petrol, the B58. If you click the build and price here, it's not going to allow you to build up an M240i. That's just the standard 220i and the 220 diesel. If you look on their website and you go into models, it's actually within the M cars. So you know, you've got the M3, M4, but there's the M240i. So let's go and try and build and price an M240i. As the car stands, I think it's quite a striking design. From the side view here, you've got a long bonnet, coupe body line, and the rear end looks quite striking as well. I do like the rear end because it is pretty much like a coupe, and like I think the proportions are right. However, I can't help notice, but the rear end just looks a bit like an Angry Bird pig character. I think those lights are just too far apart, but can't really complain. At least we've got a proper rear wheel drive 2 Series. The M240i is X-Drive, so yeah, you're not going to get the same kind of driving dynamics as the outgoing M240i, because this is going to be X-Drive, but it's going to be rear biased. I do like the front end. I don't think they've gone overly big or large with, like, say, the grills. I think the proportions look just bang on. It's not based on the 1 Series at all. In fact, a lot of this car is based on the standard 3 Series and the 4 Series as well, so a lot of the parts are from those cars. So again, headline figures here: 374 horsepower, 4.3 seconds to 60, and if you're interested in fuel economy, you got some stats there. Now what we're going to do here is we're just going to spec this car up. And so yeah, we got the engines. Exterior, I think it really does look quite striking. I think that color is quite a smart looking color. It's quite unique as well. I'm using the word quite a lot in this, but yeah, I really like this color. It does look very different compared to, you know, any other BMW out there in terms of this color that's been offered. So I'm going to spec it up with this color. Would that be the color that I would actually have this car in? I think probably yes. And the only reason I'm saying that is there's no other BMW that's been offered in this color. So if you want to stand out from the crowd, then this is definitely the color to go for. Now the interior, I would probably stick with black. I'm not sure. I was never fond of this cognac in the previous car, so that's probably definitely not the color I'm going to go for. I'm just going to go for the standard black, but I think I will go for the hex pattern on the interior, only because the gloss black just makes the whole interior look too dark. Now the first thing that I noticed with this interior is pretty much lifted out of the 3 and the 4 Series. Now a lot of you guys that have been following my channel, you know that I've had a G43 series, and I'm very familiar with that interior, and this looks pretty much exactly the same from here. Door cards are different, the design of them is quite different. If you look at the seats, I think the seats are very similar as well. They might have slightly different bolstering, but on the whole and on the eye, it looks very similar to a 3 and a 4 Series. Then we move on to the packages. Now what would I normally have on a car like this? You know, I don't think I'd go overly crazy with like the packages. I'd probably go for like the M Tech package, and it's £300. What does it come with? Well, you get bigger brakes, I suppose, so I would probably select that. Comfort package, I wouldn't bother with it on this car. The tech pack seems to be a good option, because what does that include? It's got a Wi-Fi hotspot, it's got the wireless charging and a head-up display. Those three obviously are way better than to have compared to, like say, the parking assistant, but I had that on the 3 Series that I had, and I think it was a well worth option to select, so I'm going to be selecting that on this as well. The M240i Pro pack has already been selected, and that includes darken lights. It's also got the shadow line and HK sound system, and that's already been selected on this car, so you know that's a £1,700 option, so let's just keep that one on. And then you've got the Tech Pack Plus. Now, head-up display, parking assistant plus, which probably means like 360 cameras, Wi-Fi hotspot. I thought we already had that in one of the other packages that I options. I'm not sure why it's on there twice when I've already optioned it. Maybe if you have that, then you don't need to have this one, but really I think for $1,250 to, was it £1,900, is it worth having? Personally, I wouldn't have it, but you know, that's one out there for you guys, you know, whether you'd want one of those or not. Then we've got individual options. Would never think about having a tow bar on this car. Glass sunroof, that's a nice to have. I wouldn't bother with it, and some protection glass has been selected. So as it stands at the moment, this car is £50,240 as it is there, and I think it does look quite striking. You've now got like the 19-inch bi-colour alloy wheels, because you've gone for the £300 option with the bigger brakes. They always come in, like say, the red, and I do think that it's got a unique design. And I think looking at, until I actually see this car in person, you know, I won't know, but looking at say the actual pictures that I've seen so far and like the promo vid, it does have quite a nice kind of a wider body and probably a wider track on the rear as well. You can just imagine what the actual M2 is going to look like. And looking at it from here, you can actually even see that it's actually got like a bonnet bulge or a bonnet dome from that point there. So I really think that this car has got a striking look, even if it's an M-Lite. So yeah, this is pretty much how I would select, you know, configure my M240i if I was to go ahead with one. Who knows, you know, when I change from my M4, would this be the car that I end up getting? I don't know. Or do I just wait until the M2 comes out? 4.3, 0 to 60, I think that's going to be quite a reserved figure. I think it's going to be more like, say, 4 seconds, probably even like, you know, a late 3. But I really do like the way this car looks. So yeah, I think this is going to be my configuration in terms of how I would configure my M240i. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this car. Let me know if you think that, you know, I should go ahead and get one of these, trading it from my M4, or do you think it's like a, you know, a downgrade? But yeah, happy to answer any questions that you guys might have on the new M240i. So there you go, that's the spec of my M240i. Let me know in the comment section below if you agree with my spec, or is there something that I've got totally wrong, or if it's something that, you know, has inspired you to do the same. I'd really like to hear from you guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed this vid. Give it a like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section below, and hopefully guys, I'll see you on the next one. Take care, bye.